A warm welcome to one and all present here. I would like to thank our Honorary Secretary Sri APCV Chokalingam and the inspiration of our institution, our Principal Sir Dr. C. Veerabahu, for giving me this opportunity to share my knowledge with you all in this 10 days crash course for NET set in commerce. Today we are going to see about the aptitude questions. I am Dr. S. Jackson, Assistant Professor of Mathematics, VO Chidambaram College. Normally, when you are dealing with mathematics, some persons are find very difficult to deal with the questions. But in these sections, we are going to see some tricks to solve the problems in just a minute. So first we are going to see about the number series. So normally from this sections, one or two questions come in the examination. These questions are based on numerical sequences that follow a logical rule pattern based on elementary arithmetic concepts. Normally we are going to see about the number sequences which has some special characterizations. Either you have to predict a number in the sequence, or you have to odd men out. You have to find the wrong number which is in the sequence. Other than this, you may find a number which is missing in the sequence is also given in the examination. So normally we need some tips to crack these type of questions. First, normally the sequences will be either from arithmetic or geometric. Arithmetic progression means they has a common difference. In geometric progression, they have a common ratio. Either the given sequences will be a special sequences like square or cube sequence, or odd, even or prime numbers, or alternate number series. Alternate number series means the odd number of positions combined will give you a series or sequence, a particular type of sequence, and the collection of even terms will give you another type of sequence. So it's a mixture of two special sequences. So how to solve it? First, check the speciality of that sequence, whether it is from arithmetic or geometric, square, cube, or odd, even, or prime, whether it has some speciality or not. You have to check. If it has the speciality, then you can easily predict the number. Otherwise, whatever may be the sequence is given, you have to find the difference or the ratio. Either you have to find the difference of two consecutive terms in the given sequence, or you have to find the ratio. So using this, you have to first fix the pattern, then only you can find either the missing number or the next number or the wrong number from the given sequence. Then using the pattern, you can solve the problem. So we have some example here. As a sequence of numbers is given to you, the sequence is 0, 1, 9, 36 and 100. Can you fix the pattern? There are 4 options are given to you. So first look at the sequence 0, 1, 9, 36 and 100. So if you couldn't find the speciality of this sequence, you can use the difference. The difference between the second number and the first number, 1 minus 0 equal to 1, 9 minus 1 is equal to 8, 36 minus 9 is equal to 27, 100 minus 36 is equal to 64. So could you identify that these are all the cubes of the natural numbers? So 1 is 1 cube, 8 is 2 cube, 27 is 3 cube, 64 is 4 cube. So here the direct sequence didn't follow any speciality, but the difference between the consecutive numbers follows the cube sequence. So the next term will be nothing but you have to add the next natural number cube, 5 cube, with the last number 100. So 100 plus 5 cube will be 100 plus 125, which is nothing but 225. So this is the answer. So next we are going to see some more examples. Here there are a lot of sequences is given to you. First, for the first 3 sequences, you have to find the next number, and the last 2 sequences you have to find the missing number. You can analyze these sequences with the previous tips. So what about the first sequence? This is nothing but a square sequence. 6 square is 36, 7 square is 49, 8 square is 64, 9 square is 81. So that the next number will be 10 square, that is 100. What of the second? It is a geometric sequence. I have already told you a geometric sequence has a common ratio, which means the 2 consecutive terms has a common ratio. Here we can find that ratio using the methodology. 81 by 27 is 3. 243 by 81 is also 3. So the common ratio is 3. If you want to find the next number, a simple thing, you have to multiply the common ratio with the last number. So 243 into 3, 729 is the next number. And what of the third one? It's a mixture of 2 sequences, so it is known as alternate sequence. So when you take the odd terms, it will be 12, 15, 18, 21. So by finding the difference, you can say that it has a common difference of 3. 15 minus 12 is 3, 18 minus 15 is 3, 21 minus 18 is also 3. And when you considering the even terms, it will form a geometric sequence. 5 into 2, 10, 10 into 2, 20, 20 into 2, 40. Now we are going to find the 9th place, which is an odd number. So using this pattern, the arithmetic sequence pattern, you can find the particular answer. So 21 plus 3 is 24. So 24 is the answer. That is the next number in the given sequence. So in this sequence, you can find that it is an arithmetic sequence. Some may ask, sir, first the difference between the first 2 numbers is 6. Okay, how can we find the difference between the next number, because it is missing? But there is a clue in it. If you are subtracting 43 minus 31, it will be 12, which means 2 into 6. So that you can say that it is an arithmetic sequence. So by adding 6 to the 31, you can get the missing number 37. So next sequence, if you have a look into it, you can find that it is nothing but a prime number sequence. So the missing term is 19. So next we are going to see the letter sequence. As we know about, we can give 1 to A, number 2 to B, number 3 to C. Likewise, we can given the number 26 to Z. Using these numbers, we can solve the letter sequences easily. So we are having a problem in letter sequence. You have to find the next term in this sequence. So first we have to identify the pattern. There are 2 patterns exist in this letter sequence. First pattern is every term has consecutively 3 letters. Second one, there is a gap between each terms of one letter. So for your consideration, you can see the last term is F, G is missing. This next term starts with H. So this is the pattern. So using this pattern, we are going to find the answer. So in exam, there are 4 answers is given. Can you try? So with me, you are also going to try to solve this problem. So first thing is the last term is V, end with V. So V plus 1 is V W X. So the next term should start with X. So only one term is starts with X. So it is the answer. We have a consecutive 3 letters also, X, Y, Z. So in this net set aptitude questions, you can solve the questions by neglecting the wrong answers also. Here, when you catch the point that the next term should be starts with X, you can easily find out the answer. So next type of problem is letter coding. So here, convert the given letter coding to a number, find the difference, fix the pattern, then you can easily solve the problem. So let me give you an example. If ABODE is coded as ADRHJ, then the code for AGRO will be. So it's your question. How can you find the answer? So these are all the possible answers given to you. You have to choose the best one. So ABODE is coded as ADRHJ. If you are considering the numbers associated with the letters, A is 1, B is 2, O is 15, D is 4, E is 5. And here A is 1, D is 4, R is 18, H is 8, J is 10. You can find the difference. The difference between the letters are 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, which means the first letter of the given word and the word to be found will be 0. The difference between the second letter of the word given to the word find is 1. Likewise, it's an increasing sequence. Using this difference, we can find the letter. So A, we are going to add the difference. A plus 0 is A. G plus 1, which means G, H. The next one is I. R plus 2, which means R, S, T, 2 letters. Thereafter the letter is U. O plus 3. O, P, Q, R, thereafter S. So A, I, U, S is the right word you have to choose. So this is another type of questions discussed in the net examinations. A letter is coded with another one. Then a word, you have to shift a word using the coding. So here they have given the question. A is coded as C, M as I, N as P, S as O, I as A, P as N, E as M, O as E, and C as S. Then the code of companies will be what? You have to find the 4 options are given. So I'm using that. Instead of C, you can take S. So there are 3 options starts with S. Instead of O, you have to substitute E. There are only one option starts with SE. So that's the right answer. You can check it also. M is coded as I. So the next term will be I. P is coded as N. So the next term will be N. So like if you find it, the answer is ACINCPAMO, which is the 4th option. So you can easily solve these problems using this. Next, we are moving to the direction test. So there are 8 directions are there. In that 8, 4 are main directions, which is east, west, north and south. And the other 4 are called cardinal directions, that is at 45 degrees, northeast, northwest, southeast and southwest. And this is that pictorial representation of those 8 directions. The difference between two directions there will be 90 degree, and the difference between one cardinal direction and a direction will be 45 degree. So using this you can find the, so this direction test we can use some formulas which will be given after. First, the angle. As I said earlier, the angle between two main direction is always 90. The angle between the main direction and this adjacent cardinal direction will be 45. And you can select the angle using the direction, whether it's clockwise or anti-clockwise. And also, if we want to find the distance in the direction problems, we can use the Pythagoras theorem. Using an example in the upcoming slide, I'm going to explain it. First, we have to know this formula. Hypotenuse square is equal to perpendicular square plus base square. Normally in mathematics in your earlier days, we are studying it using the hypotenuse square is equal to opposite side square plus adjacent side square. So there are more types of problem here. This is the first type. They will give you a problem and you have to find the direction at the end. So Joe is walking towards north for 15 miles, turn left and walks another 10 miles. He then turned right and walks 10 miles. Now he again turns right and walks 30 miles. Which direction is he from the starting point? There are 4 options given to you. You have to find the right option. And this is the pictorial representation of the given problem. Using the pictorial representation only in the direction test, you can find the correct answer easily. So this is your starting point. You have to travel in the north direction for 15 miles. So then he have to turns left, then walks another 10 miles, then again turns to his right, and then turns to his right for 30 miles. So using the direction, you have to form a pictorial representation of the given problem. Then only you can solve the problem within a fraction of seconds. So here, this is the starting points and this is the end one. So normally when you are putting this direction is, if it is east, it is north, this direction will be in between them. So the direction is northeast direction. So it's another sum. Here we are going to find the distance between the starting point and the end points. As I said earlier, we have to form a pictorial representation for the given problem. So Joe went to 35 meters towards east. So this is east, 35 meters. Then he turns left. So this is the left direction. Now the point is here. This is the left direction. And walks 15 meters. Then he takes again left and walks for 80. And finally he turns left and walk for 50. So this is the end point. So what is the distance between the starting point and the end points? We know that the whole distance will be 80. Therefore, the distance between these two will be 80 minus 35. By subtracting 35 from the total distance 80, we can find the distance between the starting point and the end point. It will be 45. And this is a combined one where we are going to find the direction as well as the distance. So first, Martin walked 13 meters towards south from his gym. He turned left and walked 10 meters. He took a left turn and walked 5 meters. And then he turned right and walked for 5 meters. How far is he from his gym? In which direction? So this is the pictorial representation. Here it's Martin walk for 13 towards south. So this is Martin's starting point, and walk left for 10, north, left again for 5, and then right again for 5. So this is end point. Now we are going to cut this particular pictorial diagram into two shapes. One is rectangle, another is right angle triangle. Now the distance between those starting and end points lies in the right angle triangle. The total number is 13, but we are going to find the distance between these two, a particular side of the right angle triangle, that is 13 minus 5, which is 8. So the height is 13 minus 5, 8. And what about the base? The base is nothing but here is 10 and 5. So the base is 10 plus 5, 15. Using the formula, hypotenuse square is equal to perpendicular square plus base square. The answer is 8 square plus 15 square. That is 8 square is 64. 15 square is 225. The total answer is 289. So the hypotenuse square is equal to 289, that is 17 square. Therefore, the hypotenuse is 17. So the 17 southeast direction is the correct answer. When you check this, when you put a direction map, this is lies between south and east. So it will be southeast. So guys, herewith we will have a short break. Before that, I would like to tell you a 3T method. So here it's a platform for you to know the tricks, and we are in these 10 days you are going to be trained using that tricks. But what is in your part? You have to test yourself to evaluate what are the things you have gained from this 10 days net set crash course. So using this 3T method, we can easily clear the net. First you have to know the tricks, and you have to train, and finally you have to test yourself to evaluate about your knowledge, So thank you. In the next part, I will meet you with some problems in quantitative techniques. Thank you.